and welcome to my first vlog. Turn up. Fuck, that's awkward.
I will never forget you, and you will always be by my side till the day I die. Till the day I die.
This is so awkward. Okay. Hello and welcome to my first vlog. Basically, I have been meaning to do this for a long time now. I am currently on a 30-week prep, and at the start of my prep is when I wanted to start this vlog, but life is very busy, so I'm only just getting around to it now. I work 2 jobs and I'm a single mum of a dog. Still like really hard, so I'm still gonna claim it. A few people know my story and a few people don't. I'm not just one of those girls that woke up one day and was like, you know what, I'm gonna compete. I've worked my ass off to get where I am today, and basically I just want to tell my story so people have a better insight as to why I'm doing this, I guess. I'm gonna start from the top. Things might get a little awkward because I'm just literally rambling on as I'm going. So some things are gonna make sense, some things aren't, so just bear with me, I guess. And this is really awkward because my dog actually thinks I'm talking to her, but see, I'm getting some really weird looks. I will start now. Like, I've gone blank. Let's take it back to when I was 19 years old. I got into my first serious relationship. I bought a house with the guy after 3 months, and then from then for the next 4.5 years that was me. My life was waking up, going to work, coming home, cooking dinner, going to bed. I was basically a housewife. And don't get me wrong, at the time I was extremely happy, but everything happens for a reason, I guess, and that relationship eventually began to go downhill. It was at this point where I started becoming, I don't know, I didn't care about myself anymore, and I started putting on a lot of weight, to the point where I got to 100 kilos. That was the heaviest I've ever been, and hopefully the heaviest I will ever be. And at that point, I basically hit rock bottom. I was diagnosed with severe depression and anxiety and put on medication, which I just want to say there is absolutely zero shame in being on medication if you need it. I know that if I don't take my medication, I would be curled up in a ball in my bed. So for that reason alone, I stick to my medication. At this point, I was at my lowest. I was so depressed that, so just to put it into context, I guess, I was in a very big house on my own with my dog. I'd go to work, I'd come home, walk my dog, and I'd go to bed. That was my life. But when that relationship broke down is when everything went downhill, I guess for me for a period of time. It got to the point where not only was I very depressed, I was also suicidal, and I didn't want to be here. I wasn't happy. I just hated my life. I'd got in my head that the world would be such a better place without me, that no one actually needed me. Yeah, it was the most horrible place I've ever been in my life, and I don't wish it on my worst enemy. But after a while of being on my own, I think it took me a couple of weeks to come to terms with a few things, was when I kind of started getting a routine in life. So it would be wake up, I'd go to work, I'd come home, walk my dog, and I'd go to the gym for about 2 hours on a daily basis. Not because I was after the health benefits or anything. That was my dog coming in from the doggy door. I was going there because there was people and I wasn't alone. I'd keep my headphones in the whole time, and basically I was just flat out on the cardio, but I just felt a part of something, and I don't know, I guess it just kind of brought me back down to earth and just made me realize, okay, like, life goes on. So I'm going to show you some photos of my progression. from when I first started losing weight, and I'll just put the years and the months, so you have an idea. The difference was extreme. I wasn't on any fad diets. I was just really fucking depressed. Like, I don't know how else to say it. And I just wanted to, I don't know, change my life.
Is it just our bodies? Are we both losing our minds? Is the only reason you're holding me?
That's basically my full transformation. So obviously my heaviest being 100 kilos, and the moment I stepped on stage I was 48 kilos. So now I'm going to get into, I guess, where I found my love of fitness. It was obviously when I was going to the gym so much, I came home one day and turned around to my mum and was like, yo, like, I love lifting weights. I was like, there's something about it that just makes me feel so good inside. And she was like, oh, why don't you start doing bodybuilding? And I literally just laughed at her. I was like, you fucking joking. Like, look at these people that step on stage. Like, I'm never going to be in a bikini in my life. Like, no. So that conversation just ended, and it like didn't get mentioned for a good 6 months or so. So yeah, I continued doing my thing, and then I don't know, I guess like on social media I started following all these different people that I was like, holy crap, like they look amazing. And my mum's like, you could do that. Even to this day I'm like, God, like I was on stage with these kind of people, like holy shit. But yeah, so, oh, this is awkward. I am in my pajama pants. Don't judge me, it's so cold. But it wasn't at that point where I was like, yeah, I'm gonna start competing, like, let's do this. I actually was working full time at a hospital, and I'd been in the same job. By the time I finished, I think I'd been there for like 7 years. So I was there for a long time, and I decided to enroll with AIPT to become a personal trainer. I don't know, it was just, I don't know why I wanted to do personal training, because when I left school I thought I was going to be a vet or a nurse. I was the least sporty person you would ever meet. Even my family, like some of my family members in England own gyms. My brother's always been into the gym. My sister's just fucking skinny, but like amazing. So I've always been like, I guess, the ugly duckling of the family. And once I graduated, I didn't like get fully into it. I was like, oh no, like, I don't know, can I leave my job? Like, I don't know if I can afford to run my own business. And in the end, I just bit the bullet and I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do it. So I have actually been personal training for the past 9 months now, and I fucking love it. It is, I wish that when I was at school, like, you know, those people that are like, oh, I'm going to be a rocket scientist. I wish I was like that kind of person that was like, I'm going to be a personal trainer. I knew exactly what I wanted to do, because it literally took me so fucking long to realize why I'd been put on this earth. But I'm so glad I have it like down pat now. Quite a few of my clients actually that are still with me had actually followed my progress on social media for like 2-3 years. And once they heard I'd become a personal trainer, they wanted to be my clients. And it was like, I don't know, just to hear that was just like, whoa, like me? Like, what the fuck? I'm just like a regular person. And yeah, just getting told, like I've had people come up to me in the street and say they follow me and be like, your transformation is inspirational. And like, just to have strangers say that to you, like, it's all fun and games when it's like your family and your friends and they've seen you go through this process. But like, just to have these like random people come up to you, it's just, oh, the feeling is amazing. So yeah, before like everything happened, I was like the most anxious person you'd ever meet. Like, I couldn't go to the shops being on my own. And then I went through the breakup. I booked a flight to England and flew to England on my own, which was a huge deal for me. And yeah, like, I think at that point was when I'd found this newfound confidence, I guess. I was like falling in love with my life, I guess you could say. It was just, it's been quite a roller coaster. After all the weight loss and all that kind of stuff and the toning, I was like, I need a goal. Like, I've lost my weight. I love what I do. What is the next step for me? And that is when I approached Summer Bernard, who is the Team Peach coach. She's also an IFBB pro, and she's basically like a mum to all of us girls. So I'm so happy that I am on her team. I've actually never told Summer this, but I remember years and years and years ago, I went into a supplement store and got like some protein shake or some shit. They put like leaflets in the bag, and I actually had this photo of Summer stuck on my fridge for like 2 years. Even before like I started losing weight and knew who she was or anything, I was just like, God damn, like this woman's body, I want to be her. And now I'm on her team. It's so surreal. Like, I've never told her that. If she watches this, then I'm gonna seem like the biggest fucking stalker ever. But yeah, Summer, thank you for stopping me with like late night snacking every time I go to the fridge. She was just like staring at me with like a couple of dumbbells in her hands, like, yeah, don't even fucking open the door, bitch. I approached Summer and basically was like, look, I've lost 50 kilos. I want to be on stage. I don't want to win. I just want to get up there. And she was like, fuck yeah, let's do it. I'm pretty sure that's how the conversation went, actually. Like, if you ever meet her, she's like the most down-to-earth person ever. And that's how most conversations go with her. So yeah. It was around August 2015 that I approached Summer. And then by October of that year, I was going into prep to compete in my first IFBB show, and I guess my first ever show. That was coming up in the March of 2016. I'm going to be absolutely brutally honest. Prep was disgusting. I hated every single moment of it. So the food and the training wasn't necessarily what got me. It was the check-ins, and I was like, what the fuck? I'm going to get on stage. Like, I just didn't think that I ever compared to these kind of girls. And also at the time of me prepping for my first show, I mentally wasn't ready, I don't think. Now that I look back, I mentally wasn't, I can't even say stable, because I'm not some sort of psychopath. It was just that anyone that's done comp prep will know that you have to be 100% mentally right, because you are going to have meltdowns daily. You are going to cry over like a grain of rice that you dropped on the floor, and you just constantly compare yourself to all these other people. And yeah, it gets you down at some points. But cut a long story short, I did manage to get on stage, and as I said, I got on stage at 48 kilos. I was in a lineup of 8 girls and placed joint 4th, so fucking happy with that. Just the fact of me getting on stage was the biggest achievement to me, and like, it was the most life-changing experience ever. I remember standing backstage and someone came up to me, she was like, are you nervous? I was like, fuck no, like, let's get on stage, I'm so excited. And she was like, hell yeah, like, let's go, like, you're on next. I was actually the last person on in the lineup, so I was watching everyone go on, and I was like, like, I was just so keen to get on stage. And when I finally walked on, it was just this surreal moment where like everything just went completely silent. I couldn't see anything. Couldn't even see the judges. Not that I wasn't trying to see anything. I was just like, it was like an out of body experience. Like, I can't describe it to anyone unless you've done it yourself. I don't think anyone would ever be able to, I guess, you know, describe it. So I came on and I did my T-walk, was in the lineup. And then it wasn't until I was getting my medal that I got brought down to earth, and I was like, what the fuck am I doing? I looked around and I was like, okay, this room is like full of hundreds and thousands of people. Like, they've all just watched me in a bikini, like strut up and down the stage. And then as I've actually got photos, as the medal got placed over my head, I looked over at my mum and she was just stood up crying her eyes out and cheering. Oh my God, I'm actually getting emotional. What the fuck? I don't do this. Then, you know, I walked off stage. The first person I seen was Summer. She gave me the biggest hug and she was like, I'm just so fucking proud of you. She was like, you did it, Demi. Like, well done. I'm so happy. And then behind Summer was my mum, still bawling her eyes out. And just what she said to me, like, I remember it so well. She was like, look at where you were 2 years ago. Like, we were so close to not having you with us anymore. And look at you now. And it was, yeah, making my mum proud. What the fuck? Oh my God. The dogs are looking at me like I'm fucking weird. Okay. But yeah, making my mum proud, I think, was the biggest achievement of all. Okay, whew, back down.
I'm only human, can't you see? I made a mistake. Please just look me in my face. Tell me everything's okay. 'Cause I got it. Ooh, can I be like you? I'm only human, can't you see?
As I said, I am am currently in a prep for my second show, which is in October. I've got 14 weeks to go. I'm currently sitting at 57 kilos. However, my off season was pretty, I don't know, actually I was gonna say good, but then I remembered like coming into it. The reason I had a 30-week prep is because I still have this fat person inside me that's like, don't eat. So Summer put me on this 30-week prep. The first 8 to 10 weeks, she upped my calories to the point where I was gonna fucking pop. But then from 20 weeks out was when I started, like, the calories started coming down. All my macros are being altered, I guess, weekly. And I'm actually really happy with where I'm sitting right now. I actually took a video this morning that I'll put at the end of this of me in my bikini from last season. And it just, just putting it back on just makes me feel so fucking good.
Naked. I wanna be a baby, baby, baby. Spinning in his red just like he came from Maytag.
So yeah, so that is my story. I'm sorry it got emotional. I'm sorry if I got awkward or started talking to my dogs. Like, I actually can't remember what I've been doing. But yeah, I am hoping of doing weekly vlogs from now on until comp day, and then hopefully continue on afterwards. And also, you know, and obviously it's going to have a lot to do with, you know, fitness, I guess, gym, eating, all that kind of stuff. But obviously my everyday life, because everyone just thinks that we just eat, train and sleep. Like, no, we have like so much shit to do in between. Like, we have jobs, we fucking have lives, I guess. I mean, I don't really have much of a social life, but most of my friends are really supportive of what I do, to the point where everything is now referred to as after comp, like not just after your comp, it's just, oh, after comp we'll do this. So yeah, like, my friends are fucking awesome for that. Not so much my sister and my family as well, but not so much my sister, because she's the one that will like sit down with a whole fucking cheesecake and eat it in front of me, and I'm just like, cool. So yeah, if you want to subscribe, you can. I will send you like a $200 check if you subscribe. No, I'm just kidding. So yeah, I'll be doing vlogs on a lot of different things. If anyone has any questions or I guess things that they want me to talk about, then just like slide in my DMs and I will be happy to think about it. I mean, just nothing seedy, because that's weird. So yeah, thank you for watching, and hopefully you'll watch my next one.